One major thing I've learned after being in content creation for 7 years is that a win is a win. Baby, if you have one person that comes to your stream, that's a win. If you have 5 subbies, that's a win. If you have 1 million views, that's a win. But guess what? Society only sees the 1 million views as a win. You have a one person in your chat, okay, cool. This person has 200. Why are you excited about that? Oh, you have 5 subbies. This other person has 1,000 subbies. Girl, why are you hype about that? I don't like the fact that unless you are winning according to what society thinks is a win, that it shouldn't count or you shouldn't be excited or you should be embarrassed of that win. No. Something I've learned as a recovering slash recovered people pleaser is a lot of the things we do as content creators or streamers is for other people. It's not even things that we want to do, or it's things that we feel like we should do because a guru said that, oh, you should be doing this. And it's like, if you really sit back and think about it, it's like, I don't want to do none of this. So 2 years ago now, in late 2023, I went through a huge overhaul, healing journey, inner healing. I need to change the trajectory of my life because baby, I am miserable right now. Yeah. And something I realized while I was going through that is I was an extreme people pleaser, like to the extreme, y'all. Like I was trying to fix my people pleasing tendencies just in my IRL life. But as I was doing that and I was looking back on content creation and streaming, I was realizing that a lot of the things that I was doing were things that I actually hated and that actually weren't aligned with the person I was creating myself to be at this point. After I stripped down my streams to nothing and I built it back up and I started just showing up as myself, you want to know what crazy thing happened? First of all, I was much happier when I was streaming because I realized that all this time, like up until early last year, I was just putting on a persona. I was acting the way I thought that people would want to see me act. I was being super sexy and all this stuff, cursing all the time and doing all this mess. And it's like, the main reason I was doing that is because I just didn't like myself. And because I didn't like myself, I didn't know myself. So I didn't know who I wanted to portray on stream, basically. My biggest takeaway from that whole lesson is you need to figure out who you want to show up as on stream and make sure that you are actually happy with who you're showing up as. And that's why I'm here. I'm not here to give therapeutic services. I'm not here to give growth advice. I'm here to help people become aware of how impactful your confidence level, your people pleasing tendencies, and specifically your mindset are when it comes to finding what is successful to you as a content creator and or a streamer, because no one is talking about how important your mindset is. They might mention it. They might say, hey, you need to have a good positive mindset, but baby, positive really isn't the right word in this case. I would say flexible and realistic. You are not going into content creation or streaming with a strong, flexible mindset, I think that you are going to fail every single time. Now, mind you, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been streaming on Twitch since October 2017. I think I started TikTok in 2022, somewhere in that area, so years ago. So I've been doing this for years. I've been a full-time creator where it was my only income. I've done it part-time, which I consider part-time to mean that you're trying to take it seriously and you're trying to grow and you're giving it like part-time job type hours or energy. I'll say energy. And then as a hobby, just for fun. Right now I'm in the stage where I'm doing this just for fun because baby, CBA. One of the biggest things I think happens when we live for other people, not ourselves, is we don't celebrate ourselves enough. Like society tells you you shouldn't celebrate something. You shouldn't celebrate something until it's huge. Like you shouldn't celebrate having 10 followers. You only celebrate when you have 1,000. If I want to have a party in my kitchen by myself every time I get 1 follower on Twitch, I'm going to do that and nobody's going to stop me. Because at the end of the day, if that's what you need to stay motivated, go ahead and do it. Who cares? Celebrate the freaking win. When it comes to wins, something we really need to remember is one, be selective with who you share them with. Most of the time, no one's going to be as excited about your win as you are. It's that simple. Because I know for me, I used to have a really big problem with sharing my wins because every time I did, either no one would applaud or barely anyone would applaud, versus the other person posting about their win. They would get so many applauds and all that stuff. I kind of stopped letting that bother me. And I was like, well, I know I'm going to be the most excited about this. And if I feel comfortable enough to share my win in public, I need to understand that I might get no applause for this. I might be the only one that's excited about it. And I'm just okay with it, you know? And by the way, don't share your wins with people who are like, you're excited about that? Don't share your wins with them. Share them with me because I'm going to be hyped for you, babes. I'm going to be excited for you. I don't care how small you think it is. Every win deserves to be celebrated, period. And listen, y'all, I released a free worksheet on my Ko-fi, the Line Creator, and it's where you basically are redefining what success means to you. So if you want to check out that worksheet, definitely hit the link up in the description. I'm very excited for it. It's our first digital product. Come on, y'all, listen, period. See, I'm celebrating my win right here. I'm hype as hell about it. Other people might not care, but I don't care because I like it, you know? If you're a creator or a streamer and you're living for everybody else and you're doing things for everybody else and you're not happy, you're doing it wrong. Take a step back, reevaluate, figuring out your people-pleasing tendencies, which I am going to do a video about specifically, by the way, because it deserves it. And realize that you have to go to bed with yourself every single night. So therefore, you might as well be happy while you're doing something that's either your job, something you're trying to grow at, or you're doing it for fun.